under the weather. But I want to get this out, and you'll know why. I got a letter from one of my former students. He'd been in the out of school system almost between 10, 12 years. I got a letter from prison from him. And this is what the letter said. Now, I'm not going to read the whole letter, but I want you just to hear my heart. He said, Dear Mr. Sutton, he said, you don't remember me? My name is, I was called his name. And one thing I would say, I remember him. See, I do an at-risk program in the school system in reference to helping kids make right choices. So anyway, he was saying, when I was in your class, I remember all the motivational words you gave us. I remember how you said about if you fall down, land on your back, if you land on your back, if you can look up, you can get up and go after your dreams and make the right choice. And life have two doors. You have the right door, you have the wrong door. Choose right. Now, the right door may not seem glamorous, but it's the right thing. Listen to your teacher. Your teachers is the journey to your future. And what this guy did, he quoted everything that I've said to him. I mean, he even remembered the songs I made. I made 9 school songs called Make the Right Choice, Respect Your Teachers, Quit School for What, Follow Your Dream. He remembered, he know the words. In this letter, he knew every song. He knew every position. He knew all this. But as I was reading it, what made me angry is that you knew it, but why I'm receiving a letter from you from prison? And I'm not going to lie, I stopped reading because he knew too much. The guy knew more. I mean, this is what it was. It's almost like he became me. Because as he was reading, I was reading me. And so I'm going on to reading. And then he was saying that he tell other people ways that about me. And that's okay. But why I'm receiving a letter from you in prison? So at the end of it, he tells me come and visit him in this prison. So anyway, I'm thinking about it and I see it. So I go visit this guy. I go visit him. Now they have 2 ways you go in there. You go left way for the inmates and the right way for something else they have there. So anyway, I told the correctional officers, who I'm here to see, and they had like a grin or something. I don't know what it was. Like you know how somebody have like a little fake laugh. Let me say it that way. So kind of to me that's what it seemed like. Like I said, that's what it seemed like, but I ain't said it was. So anyway, I goes down. They take me down to the hallway, and when I'm going towards the hallway, I'm sorry for the light. I'm seeing all my quotes that I've said over the past years. I saw quotes that follow your dreams. I quotes said that don't give up. And it was quotes that I've told him over the years. They had it on their prison walls. So anyway, I'm going down to another area, and lo and behold, they opened this door up, and right to the right, it was the office. So I go in the office. I said, man, this guy must be bad because why he got all this office stuff in? And guess who walks in? My former student. He is the warden of the prison. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all guys, man. I was blown away. Whoa. I looked at him, and on his wall he had, I'm sorry for the light, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm trying to point that. On his wall, he had what I told him about the vision board. About if you have dreams, you have to have a vision board. You have to have something that you can look at and that's mostly in your bedroom or maybe office, refrigerator. I don't do, but anyway, he had his vision board. And on the vision board, it was some of the things that I told him. And he walked in, and I'm thinking like, and I know he said, you shocked, ain't you? I said, I'm not gonna call it, but let's say his name is His name is John Smith. I said, John, oh my God. I ain't gonna lie, girl, guys, I cried and I cried and I cried. And what he did was he had his phone, he pushed the intercom phone, and he called his main CEOs, like about 8 of them. And as they came in, right, and he said, yeah, this is Mr. Sutton. And before I could even say it, because, you know, I want to speak. I want to speak. Guess what this guy does? He stands up, and he became me. I mean, he did a show, really, did he? He did Mr. Sutton. And I'm sitting there, and he went over everything over the years, all the stuff I've been putting in him about going after your dreams, and you have to cut people off. This guy here really did a whole production. He did a 20-minute production. And now listen, y'all. Y'all know I'm sitting there just, oh, my tears is falling my eyes. And those CEOs, even though I didn't know none of them, but they knew me through him. So after CEOs, they walked out, and I was speechless. I said, John, man, sometimes I said, you're the reason why I do what I do. And then he says, Mr. Sutton, he said, I've been following you. I've been following and I've been sending you requests, but you never accept them. And I said, well, I didn't recognize the name. He said, I've been checking you out with the bully thing. And they said, did you ever get a check from me? And I said, well, I can't remember. I said, no, what? I remember 2 years ago, I did receive a check. I didn't know who it was from. He said, that was from me. He said, I've been watching you, man. And I talk about you all the time. And he said, I brought you here to let you know that all what you said has not been in vain. And I said, oh my God. And I said, do anybody else know that you in this position? He said, no, not really. He said, I go to some of my students and some of my former schools and talk with them. But he said, you had an impact on my life. And see, that's the thing is, we all have the power to plant a seed. We don't have the power to make it grow. And to be in his presence and see, then this guy was in the at-risk program. Now, let me explain about John. John had terrible grades. Stayed in trouble, and every time he come to my class, he always blamed somebody else. And, you know, towards the end of the day, we have I call it a rap session, where we try to dissect, you know, what the problem is. Every time at the end of the day, he would seem like everybody was doing him wrong. But maybe at his senior year, I really believe something clicked. And I looked at him. I said, man, John, I'll tell you something, man. I said, you got talent, but you're making some terrible choices. I said, if you do I gave him a book. Hey, listen, this book blessed me. He says, I got the opportunity to go see one of your friends. What friends? He said, Les Brown. He said, we had a prison conference, and he was a speaker. And I went up to him and told him that the only reason why I'm here is because Mr. Sutton. And no, Les Brown at the time didn't know me. But it's amazing how we as educators, or whatever position that you believe that you're not influenced, that's not true. If you're an educator, teacher, mom, dad, pastor, whatever, you have an influence over our children. You do. I'm negative or positive. I'm serious. So anyway, at the end of the day, after I got myself together, and I was leaving out, and as I'm leaving out, this lady comes in, and it's his wife. And as she comes in, she hugs me as though she's been on me. She's like, oh my God, my husband talk about you all the time. And I'm looking at her, I said, oh man. And that, you know what, for an educator, when you see that, that's worth more than money. Now I'm telling you something. That, if you'd have asked me, Mr. Sutton, do you want $5 million or do you want to hear that testimony? Hey, keep the money. That is worth a lot more than the money. Educators, sometimes, I know it's hard sometimes. And when you put out those seeds and those lesson plans and your love, sometimes it doesn't seem like that they're grasping it.